Earlier today, Russian officials called an emergency meeting of the Organization for the Prohibition of Chemical Weapons, OPCW, at The Hague. Moscow said it wanted to address allegations of non-compliance with the Chemical Weapons Convention made by the UK against Russia. Vladimir Putin's regime has repeatedly denied responsibility for the attack on former spy Sergei Skripal and his daughter Yulia in Salisbury last month. On Twitter, the Russian embassy in the Netherlands listed the 13 other countries which apparently supported its joint statement to the OPCW. The countries listed were Iran, Syria, Pakistan, Cuba, Belarus, Kazakhstan, Armenia, Azerbaijan, Venezuela, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, and Nicaragua. But the UK government accused Russia of attempting to undermine the OPCW, as well as engaging in another diversionary tactic. It comes a day after the head of Putin said his scientists have not verified that the nerve agent used in Salisbury came from Russia. Taking aim at Russia, a Foreign Office spokesman said, Russia has called this meeting to undermine the work of the OPCW. Of course, there is no requirement in the Chemical Weapons Convention for the victim of a chemical weapons attack to engage in a joint investigation with the likely perpetrator. Expressed Russian embassy in the Netherlands listed the 13 countries on its Twitter account. Today's meeting of the OPCW Executive Council at The Hague was held behind closed doors. Speaking during a visit to Turkey, Russian President Mr. Vladimir Putin called for a thorough investigation into the poisoning. In a furious broadside at the UK, he added, "The speed at which the anti-Russian campaign has been launched causes bewilderment." Theresa May successfully recruited international support in the dispute with Moscow following the shocking attack in Salisbury. It resulted in the expulsion of more than 100 Russian diplomats from over 20 countries. Twitter countries listed include Belarus, Syria, Kazakhstan, Armenia, Azerbaijan and Iran. German politician Armin Laschet, an ally of Angela Merkel, said, "If one forces nearly all NATO countries into solidarity, shouldn't one have certain evidence? Regardless of what one thinks about Russia, my study of international law taught me a different way to deal with other states." Mr. Rakenhead also rejected Russian claims the substance could have come from Porton. A Downing Street spokesman said, "As the Prime Minister has made clear, the UK would much rather have in Russia a constructive partner ready to play by the rules." But this attack in Salisbury was part of a pattern of increasingly aggressive Russian behavior, as well as a new and dangerous phase in Russian activity within the continent and beyond. More to follow.